Hey guys, I'm Ashley Horsfall and I write for Getting Through Tough Times on HealthyPlace. And today I wanted to talk to you about some of the myths associated with depression and how they can sometimes cause people to not seek treatment or help that they need. I'm an example of that, mainly because a lot of the myths that I'd heard about depression didn't line up with my own experiences. So my memory of having depression kind of goes back to maybe when I was 12 years old. I didn't really feel sad all the time, but I definitely felt like uncomfortable and anxious. I worried a lot about everything from, people getting in the car to just like social things, like worried about my friends at school, what they would think, but it was beyond like the normal types of anxiety. And then the depression kind of manifested in this way where it was like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to even be alive. Everything felt so gloomy, like there was nothing to look forward to ever. And everyone kind of seemed to think that this was normal in my family, or they didn't really notice it. But I was basically miserable all throughout, like middle school and high school. And it wasn't until maybe when I was 16 or 17 that I kind of realized that I was depressed. And even then, there was still kind of a question about it because I wasn't crying all the time, which is what I thought depression was, because a lot of people had kind of said that to me or implied it. It was more like I was listless, like I was sleepwalking through life, kind of. And it wasn't until I was maybe 23 so 10 years or more after my first inklings of depression, that I actually went to a therapist and got on some antidepressants and started like working on an appropriate treatment plan. But for 10 years, I just thought, well, I'm not sad all the time, so it's probably not depression. Or, I thought, well, if I go to a doctor, they're going to push drugs on me that aren't going to work, and then I'll have to be on them for the rest of my life. It was definitely a lot more freedom than I thought it would be. I thought it would close off my life. And the reality is that accepting my problem and going to the doctor for help was really just the beginning of opening up my life and kind of realizing that I had so many things to look forward to. And while it's still an ongoing struggle every day to feel happy, to like not feel depressed every day, it's definitely so much better than it was before. In the comments, let me know if you've ever experienced any sort of negative reaction to like any myths about depression, if they affected you, if you know people who have been affected, and I'll see you next time.